In today's video, we take out the new Specialized Epic 8 and compare it to the previous Epic EVO. The geometry is very similar on these bikes. The wheelbase grew a little bit on the new Epic, and really, I think the thing to know about today's video as you watch us riding with my buddy Tyler is that the new Epic 8 really is the replacement for the previous Epic EVO, and the new Epic 8 EVO is a trail bike, kind of in a different category now. So I hope you enjoyed this head-to-head ride-along review with Tyler and I. Today's video is sponsored by Lab Austere Hip Packs. All right, guys, I'm out here with Tyler today riding the previous version Specialized Epic EVO. This is Tyler's bike that I'm on. And we have the new Epic 8 up there that Tyler's riding. And this is the review I've really been looking forward to because that new Epic 8 has very similar geometry to the previous Epic EVO. So if you were a previous Epic EVO owner, you're very curious to know what this new Epic 8 is like. And you can go watch my other videos we've done on the Epic 8 all by itself, and then also the Epic 8 EVO, and you can go watch those. But today we're really going to switch bikes back and forth and do a head-to-head comparison, and that's really the best way to do these things. So this previous Epic EVO that I'm on is 110 millimeters of travel in the rear and 120 millimeter fork, and the new Epic 8, as you know, is 120 millimeters of rear travel with 120 millimeter fork, and both bikes have RockShox suspension on them. They have very similar geometry, and it's climbing, you know, right away you just feel like when Tyler and I switch, you feel like that new Epic 8 has so much support in the shock. I feel like just it has less perceived pedal bob, just more support, which is interesting to think about because when you point it downhill, it feels less pingy and less pogo sticky and more, you know, a little bit more damp and controlled, which is, you know, it's kind of weird to say that that Epic 8 feels damp and controlled, but it does compared to the previous Epic EVO here in our riding today. And so for a cross-country bike, they both are going to get you where you want to go really quick. They're very efficient, and you know, they're just fast climbing bikes. I think I like the climbing characteristics of the new Epic 8 slightly better than this previous Epic EVO. In any case, my name's Jason. This is your first time to MTB Yum Yum. I am the producer and host of MTB Yum Yum, and I try to ride as many bikes as I can get my hands on. I love to do these head-to-heads. I think this is where you, the viewer, benefit the most, is by Tyler and I doing these head-to-head videos. Okay, descending on I'm on the Epic EVO, and Tyler's up there on the Epic 8. I mean, for a flow trail, if your trails are anything like mine, kind of blue, flowy trails, either one of these bikes are just so much fun. All these short travel kind of cross-country bikes are just so fun. You can pump through every corner. It's incredible. I'm anxious to get back on the Epic 8 now after riding this today and switch Tyler and just kind of feel those differences. This bike feels so sharp. You're just like, of any bike I've ridden, it just feels incredibly sharp, like precise. Like you gotta be on point. Or even riding that Epic 8 up there in front of me, that feels maybe slightly more forgiving than this bike, this Epic EVO, the previous generation. Whoa, I blew that turn. Are we switching? Yeah. This bike is like a knife.
Yeah,
it's like,
it is sharp.
I cannot believe this thing.
Yeah, this one's like way more comfortable. Like it's
just
more stable. And it's still way snappy.
Yeah.
I like the suspension on this one better than the
Fox.
Than the Fox.
So what Tyler's referring to is when I purchased this frame from backcountry.com, it came with a Fox float rear shock, and I put a Fox 34 fork on it, 120 or 130 mil Fox 34 fork on there. I've since switched it down to the Epic, and I'm riding it. There's a flip chip in the back of this shock right here. You pull the shock out and just flip those two metal pieces around. This bike originally shipped in the low setting because it was the EVO, the Epic 8 EVO. Well, now I've translated to it the 120 mil fork on there, the RockShox suspension. It's now just the Epic 8 bike, and I've switched this into the high position today. So both these bikes have a 65.5 degree head tube angle on the Epic 8, 65.4 degree head tube angle on Tyler's previous generation Epic EVO.
But yeah, it's like so stable, and that's a fun bike.
Yeah, your bike
feels more like a trail cross country, where before it was just like a pure trail.
Yeah.
So it's so snappy and fun though. This one's like kind of like a little bit.
It's
so sharp that it's a little bit sketchy.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know that I would buy that bike, that previous generation Epic EVO, unless I was like actually going to sign up for some races or something. It's just,
yeah,
it
totally
feels
agree.
all business.
It is.
I can't imagine what the previous Epic felt like. I never rode one.
Yeah, I didn't either. It would not be fun though.
It wouldn't.
This is like a little bit sketchy. As
Yeah,
it is.
I know.
So to have less suspension, like it would be so sketchy. Where that one is like, that one's so much more balanced. I feel like.
Yeah, and you
can just rip it, and it'd still be a fast cross-country bike. Like you could race that thing anywhere, and be competitive on it still.
I think so. Totally.
Yeah, that's fun.
100%. Okay, let's go. Tyler's had that Epic EVO in front of us now for 2 seasons. He also rides a Cannondale Scalpel SE, which is a very similar bike, but more fun. But he has that Epic EVO to keep up with the high school kids. And it's just such a fast bike. Today's video is sponsored by Lab Austere Hip Packs. I'm so grateful to have them sponsoring today's video. They have invented this incredible minimalist hip pack that hangs low off of your back, kind of like a construction worker's tool belt. It keeps your back from getting all sweaty. It doesn't move around like a backpack or most traditional hip packs. And because it hangs off of you, you don't even know it's there when you're riding. It has 2 water bottle spots here. You can easily grab a water bottle, take a drink, and then reholster it without having to stop. You can just be doing it while you're riding. It's very easy, very intuitive. It's just a minimalist pack that kind of just brings along the essentials. So like an air chuck, a tool, a CO2 and a tube, a little place for like snacks and stuff. As you can see today, I've got a jacket rolled up in this other water bottle side here. I just shove a jacket in there for days like this morning that are a little cold. But it really has been a crucial part of my kit. I think that it would be a good part of your kit as well. It's very nice to have. And right now, Lab Austere is offering 25% off to viewers of this channel using promotional code YUMYUM at checkout. So click the link down below and enjoy 25% off. Oh, that was fun. That was so fun. Wow.
So early in the season.
Oh, so what do you think, Tyler?
This bike is significantly less scary.
Right.
It's like so much more balanced, so much more composed. Like that is just so. That bike is so sharp, it's like scary.
I
You
know.
have to like predict your turns and like make your turns like very quickly. So it's one of those things, like you have to, I don't know.
I feel like I'm riding more at an uncomfortable pace or more at my limit on the old Epic EVO than I am on the Epic today.
Yeah.
And without a question, that bike, the new Epic 8, I just feel more balanced, more confident on, less like I'm at that scary level of speed.
This one, you're always at that scary level of speed. No matter what speed you're going, you're always at that scary level.
It does feel that way. I mean, this bike feels, I don't know, it's weird. It just feels sharper. Like you're on the edge more. The edge of like your limits maybe, or the bike's limits, I don't know. Whoa. Yeah, you just, I think that the new Epic 8 feels slightly more balanced, maybe, and it can handle a little bit higher speed. I mean, the new Epic 8 EVO that I've done a couple videos on, that feels like a freaking trail bike. It's bananas. It's nothing like this previous Epic EVO, where I mean, I still, like I said, I still give the edge to the new Epic 8 over this Epic 8 or this Epic EVO. Man, we say those words a lot. So after riding the Epic 8 for the last couple weeks and the Epic 8 EVO and Tyler's previous Epic EVO, a lot of epics going on there, I think the takeaway is pretty simple. This is still a race bike, but it's just so much more capable and composed and balanced, even compared to the previous Epic EVO. This truly is the replacement for the previous Epic EVO. It will give you more confidence and more stability than that bike, even though it doesn't say EVO on it. And the new Epic EVO is really a trail bike. I'm really anxious to ride this back to back and do a head-to-head video with Tyler versus the new Yeti ASR. And with these new bikes coming out, it's important to remember something, and that is that right now the bike industry has a lot of leftover inventory. There are bikes like the Epic EVO, the previous version, that Specialized is still selling. It's not very common for a bike brand to have the old models still available when they come out with the new one. And what that tells me, and what it should tell you as the viewer, is there's a lot of really good bikes on sale right now. If I were to buy the Epic 8 or the Yeti ASR or some of these other bikes that just were recently released, I would really give a good hard look at some bikes that have been around for a while. The Ibis XE comes to mind at 25% off. The Cannondale Scalpel SE comes to mind at deep discounts. It might be 25 or 30% off. You'd have to call Salt Cycles here. They're both a Yeti and a Cannondale dealer. They can also get you a Yeti ASR, but before I pulled the trigger on a very expensive new bike, I would try to consider maybe if a budget's important to you, some of those other bikes that are very, very good bikes. That Cannondale Scalpel SE is an incredible bike. And if you're looking at a bike like this, you might consider something like that. Now, if you want to have the latest and greatest, and this truly is this Epic 8 is an incredible bike, I would take this Epic 8 over the previous Epic EVO. It's more stable, it's more confidence inspiring, like you just feel more balanced on the bike. It has more traction, 100% it has more traction in the rear. I think it climbs just as good. It feels like it doesn't get deflected off of the bits of terrain on the trail as easily as the previous Epic EVO. And so just because it doesn't say EVO on it doesn't mean it's not as capable as the previous one. It's more capable in my experience. Also, the wheelbase is a little longer on this new Epic 8 than the previous Epic EVO, and that contributes to the traction and the balance and all the other things, right? The more bikes that I ride, I've been reviewing bikes here on YouTube for a pretty long time. I've ridden a ton of bikes. The one thing that is for sure is bikes are improving, they're getting better, and it is an incredible time to be a mountain biker. There are so many just really good options available, and this is one of them. This is such a fun bike, you know? I hope you enjoyed today's video. I really appreciate Tyler coming out and filming with me. He is such a good rider, and it's always nice to have his opinion and his shared experience. Thanks for watching today. More than 70% of the viewers of this channel are unsubscribed. I don't post very often. I don't bombard your inbox with videos, so hit the like button and subscribe. It helps support my channel, what I'm doing here. Also, you can start any mountain bike shopping for any of the stuff that you see in today's video in the links down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Oh, jeez. The real question is the Epic 8 or the ASR, Tyler? Okay, he's gonna hit a double right here. That is just massive for a cross-country bike. Right there. No thanks. On a big bike is one thing, on a little cross-country bikes, yeah. Well, thanks for riding with us today, guys. Hopefully this was helpful. You said everything, or you have more final thoughts after riding it through the jump section?
It's just, yeah, even jumping is just more balanced, more easygoing, more confidence inspiring. Like, I always have to be on my toes on this bike. Like, I feel like I'm always gonna wash out on this bike because it's just so sharp.
Yeah.
So it's like just very precise, and the tires are cross country, so they don't hold up extremely well, like on turns and stuff like that. So
I
you
wouldn't
just have to
say
be cautious with it.
I wouldn't say the tires are that different, though. I mean,
They probably, I don't know.
it's hard to say.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Like I said, Maxxis I always felt like just are more damp.
Yeah.
Those rims though, I feel like are more stiff and more prone to like ping off of things.
This bike is more pingy. I was just about to say that same thing. It kind of deflects off the trail.
Yeah.
Well, how many people are going to be riding these cross-country bikes the way you do, though? I mean, you don't see people boosting.
But you can. That's what's so fun.
That is what's so fun. That is
It's
what's
so light and like it's so playful. It is such a fun bike.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think it's more fun with this suspension setup.